Today for the Bitcoin price, Bitcoin is right now entering a crucial area. Are we going to repeat the history here, just like we did it in 2016 with this breakout towards the new all-time high, or just as we did it here in December 2012 when we also eventually broke out to the new all-time high? Right now we are entering this zone once again, and I will be telling you exactly what I am expecting for the Bitcoin price right now. I will be showing you data and very compelling evidence as to why I am thinking that this might be the case for Bitcoin right now. Guys, you do not want to be missing out on that. I will be talking about all of that. I will be talking about the altcoin section, about my favorite altcoin pick right now, and I will be showing you detailed my altcoin portfolio right now. Guys, you for sure do not want to be missing out on that, so make sure you take a seat, make sure you scroll down, you smash up the like button for that video to at least 3,000 likes, you press subscribe, press the bell, press on all, because only then you can make sure that you will be notified for the next video. And with that being said, welcome crypto fans and welcome back to MMCrypto. My name is Chris, and as always we are really pumped to go straight into the content. Okay guys, and as always we are starting here on the weekly candles for the Bitcoin price. And first things first, let's talk about the Bitcoin price. Let's talk about what specific pattern is unfolding here on this one Bitcoin chart no one is watching right now, giving us very clear evidence as to what is going to happen here for the Bitcoin price in the immediate future. We will be talking about altcoins, we will be talking about very specific on-chain metrics here right now actually going parabolic, and of course I am going to reveal my specific altcoin portfolio, if you want to call it like that, towards the end of the video. Stick here until the very end. First of all, I want to go here to the daily candles for the Bitcoin price, and you probably remember how I covered the historical volatility here for Bitcoin, and the simple fact that we are right now entering a low in the volatility, which is actually which we didn't see here for way more than 1.5 years, below the levels of 12 on the historical volatility. You can see here us entering this level right now. I covered that a few days ago. The last time we actually entered these levels was here in April 2019, and you all remember what happened. I mean, in the exact moment we dipped down here, look at it on the bottom hand side, we dipped down on this historical volatility levels, and the Bitcoin price was basically stagnant, slightly upward sloping. This was the exact moment when the Bitcoin price just went absolutely parabolic here towards $14,000 immediately thereafter. The one time before we did that was when we were consolidating here around the $6,400 levels in November 2018, directly before the Bitcoin SV fork, and then we of course eventually broke down. The bottom line of that is, before I am going to that specific Bitcoin chart no one is actually looking at right now, the bottom line is, whenever the Bitcoin price is consolidating for a long time, whenever we see the historical volatility going down, and whenever we see the Bollinger Bands, you know what, let me pull out the Bollinger Bands, squeezing, this is the exact moment you know for sure, for a certainty, that a big move for Bitcoin is imminent. Whether it's to the upside or to the downside, we are going to discuss that in today's episode, but a big move is coming. You can see it here, Bollinger Band squeezing, and well guys, Bitcoin broke down 50% towards the lows, towards the bear market lows. Then here, Bollinger Band squeezing, well, we had a big pump towards the upside, and zooming in here right now, look at this, we didn't see the Bollinger Bands squeezing like this. I can tell you guys, a big move is coming, and of course I want to talk with you about towards what direction this move is going to be. First of all, let me go to the weekly candles, and this specific Bitcoin chart I want to show you today. We could basically do it with the EMA weekly ribbons. I love to use them, but it can get a little bit messy, so in case you will be confused, if I pull out this here, one of these EMA weekly ribbons is very close to this one here, which is the 21-week moving average. These are the exponential moving averages, but here I want to focus on the 21-week moving average, which is actually very close to one of these here, as you can see it when I'm pulling it out. But this one is taking the last 21 weeks into consideration, not exponentially here. But it is very important to consider that, because you can see here within that bear market we were not even once able to hold the 21-week moving average. Whenever we were going below, we actually had basically only fake outs here above the 21-week moving average. And everyone who knows one or two things about trading knows that the 21-week moving average, once Bitcoin successfully tests it and bounces from it, is one of the big determinants of the new and upcoming Bitcoin bull market unfolding. So I am still waiting for the Bitcoin price to actually break down and confirm the breakout here, hopefully above $8,600, because going back into history, and this is where it gets very exciting here, whenever we had actually a low volatility for Bitcoin, whenever Bitcoin was reaching this threshold here, look at this, we reached it in this cycle 3 times. Actually, we are reaching it right now in that exact moment. You cannot see it on the weekly chart. I will be showing it to you here right now on the 3 days chart. Let me go back. Whenever we are reaching these levels here after the halving, and whenever Bitcoin is successfully, finally, the first time successfully retesting it, this is the moment when we are getting the bull market confirmation. This is the moment when we are finally breaking out of these annoying converging trend lines, symmetrical triangles, however you want to call them. Every single time. This cycle is actually surprisingly similar to the previous cycles, even though many people say, well, we had the Corona dump, everything is different, the Bitcoin price is stagnant after the halving. Well, guys, this is the exact same thing which happened before. Look at the halving in 2016. You can see a front running towards the halving and then a consolidation phase after the halving. You can see the Bitcoin price basically breaking out of these converging trend lines after the halving. By the way, guys, let's just measure it here. We had approximately a 180 days, 182 days consolidation period after the halving. And right now the people are actually uncomfortable waiting. They're uncomfortable seeing the Bitcoin volatility being that low. They are all jumping into altcoins. I mean, look at this screenshot here. You can see that the altcoins are basically mooning right now. We have some 80%, 60% gains. The people are bored. They want volatility, they want price gains, and they are bored with Bitcoin, and they are saying, well, we are going sideways forever. But measuring this, right now we are going sideways after the halving only 84 days. Think about it. I just showed it to you. We had 182 days of sideways price movements for Bitcoin here. And right now we have 84 days. So this is actually not out of the normal. It is pretty normal that Bitcoin goes a little bit sideways after the halving. And zooming out, you can see actually a massive mirror unfolding here. Because what we can see again is we had a front running into the halving. Then we have sideways action. Bullish consolidation actually towards the downward sloping resistance of these converging trend lines or symmetrical triangle, and then eventually, hopefully, maybe after a small retracement, the breakout towards the upside. The same thing happened actually here. By the way, guys, let me show you one tweet we actually put out a few days ago. And what I was saying here is basically, remember, Bitcoin does not surrender. Scrolling down, you can see that this cycle is basically a mirror of the last cycle. No one is really looking at that in that way, and many people are saying, well, guys, we have unprecedented situations, but look at this. I mean, guys, we had the descending triangle, ascending triangle, consolidation phase, bottoming wedge, flash crash, which is this time the Corona crash, and then we had this green breakout zone. This cycle from 2017 until 2021, however you want to put it, the exact same. We had very similar patterns here unfolding within these converging trend lines. Ascending triangle, April breakout, then we had the consolidation phase, the bottoming wedge, we had the Corona crash, how I call it this time here, and then right now we are hopefully here in this green area. And there are many things pointing towards that. And I am actually very happy that you clicked today's video, because zooming out, we can maybe spread a little bit of faith here between the Bitcoin investors, because I can see the faith actually fading away. Many people investing into altcoins, and I just want to urge you, whenever Bitcoin is extremely boring, whenever we are reaching these very low levels, let me go to the daily candles, and you can actually see the historical volatility here going directly below this threshold here. Whenever we see Bitcoin being extremely boring, whenever we see many people putting the vast majority of their portfolios into altcoins, This is usually the moment the Bitcoin price just breaks out, leaves all the bears and all the altcoin holders behind, and yeah, of course, takes all the gains from the vast majority of people once again. So what am I thinking here, consolidating these information before we are taking it forward here with the altcoin section and with the very, very spicy news I have to share with you? Yeah, what am I thinking here? Let me pull out the 21-week moving average. If history were to just behave somewhat similar to the past, then this low volatility, the Bollinger Band squeezing, and the price consolidating after the halving, just as it did the two last cycles also, if Bitcoin were to do something similar to that, I think that we will go sideways a little bit more. If we were to break down, I am very confident that we will be supported by the 21-week moving average, which is right now hovering around, well guys, take a guess, $8,600, the previous low, which I said we have actually to hold here. So if the Bitcoin price would actually break down, I would probably, if we are bouncing, yeah, put in a small trade here if we are bouncing from the 20-week moving average, and I would actually say we increase the odds significantly of us here being squeezed within the end of the triangle and then eventually breaking out towards the upside. But now it is your time, guys. I want to know what you think, because usually the MMCrypto community within the last few months was more right than wrong. So leave your thoughts in the comment section down below and let me know, do you think we are going to break down here eventually for the Bitcoin price even below the $8,600 levels, or do you think that we will find within the next few weeks the breakout towards the new all-time highs, maybe even in this year? Let me know down below in the comment section down below. Of course, it would be amazing to see history actually at least rhyming here with that consolidation in 2012. Remember, then we had the breakout towards the new all-time high. 2016, the exact same game, consolidation here, the breakout towards the new all-time high. Well, is this time the exact same thing happening again? Consolidation and then eventually the breakout towards a new all-time high. To put a little bit more spice into it before we are going into the altcoin section, look at this tweet here. Big credits to Crypto Unfolded on Twitter, and they are actually saying Bitcoin is hitting, look at this, only 29 likes. We are showing you this tweet because I thought it's amazing. They are showing us the 10-day realized volatility, and this one is at a 2 years low. Do you want to tell me that this is not one sign that a massive move is coming for Bitcoin? Guys, look at it. We are at a 2 years low. The last time we have seen this was actually in November 2018. Well guys, I would say the odds significantly increased, at least, that we can see a scenario like this unfolding with us breaking out. Well guys, if you are asking me for the worst case scenario, if Bitcoin would be rejected once again, I would say we might be supported here by the upward sloping trend line, which would be approximately, and this is a very, very bad case scenario already, at $6,400. Okay guys, and now it's important, stick here until the very end of the video. I will be talking about the altcoin section, about the altcoin season, and also my own personal altcoin portfolio, if you want to call it like that. I will give you my specific opinion about it and what my game plan is about the altcoins. Wait here until the end of the video. This is spicy news you certainly do not want to be missing out on. But before, I want to give a very important shout out here to AAX Futures, because many people are asking us for alternatives. You know that we are partnering up with Bybit, Femex and so on, but we are looking out for good alternatives in the space, and this is where AAX Futures comes into place. We are personally here also trading on this platform, and a small disclaimer here guys for you, this section is sponsored by AAX, and you know that we are very, very selective here on new sponsors. We are happy that we found them because they are actually very, very professional, and you can see it's a very clean user interface. We like to use it. You have the order book here, you have the market trades. It is not only very clean, you also have a Tradingview integration, so you can basically chart here directly on the platform, and yeah, you can use it, you can see it here basically on the right hand side. It is extremely easy. You can yeah, choose your leverage just by swiping, so very straightforward. But the main reason why we actually chose them was the fee structure, because their fees are extremely low, much lower than most of the competitors out there. I will leave you the fee structure right here in a screenshot, but it is basically for maker and taker volume only 0.02%, and this is of course much lower than most of the other exchanges exchanges out there. You can trade Bitcoin settled futures, you can trade US dollar settled futures, and also you can trade Ethereum against US dollar. And I am personally right now observing Ethereum against US dollar because I think Ethereum is right now setting up for something bullish. And of course, guys, it wouldn't be MMCrypto if you wouldn't have a sign up link with a special offer here for you. If you scroll down to the pinned comment, we will leave it here down below for you. If you just click this specific link, you put in your email address and your password, and with our link you get 10% off trading fees. And if you hold their own tokens, you get additionally like 20% off of your trading fees. So guys, if you are looking for some alternatives in this space, there you go. Make sure you take advantage of that. As long as they have this offer here, we have it secured for you in our pinned comment, so make sure you take advantage of that. So far, so good. Let's talk about the altcoins because everyone is asking right now. Well, guys, before I share with you my own altcoin portfolio, look at this. I mean, basically, you can see the altcoin dominance here. It fell off a cliff the last time in February 2017. And what you can see here, basically right now, it is falling off a cliff right now once again. So the question is the altcoin season starting right now? Well, guys, I wouldn't be all too sure about that. First of all, well, Bitcoin broke the more than 2 years trend line here. We were actually supported right here. If you want to call it a support, maybe even right here, then Bitcoin was actually trying to hold it, but eventually broke down. But what I want to tell you is at around the 60% Bitcoin dominance levels, actually we have significant support. Bitcoin back tested it multiple times throughout the last 2 years time frame. So if Bitcoin is able to hold this support level, then I would actually say, well, maybe Bitcoin is going into a parabolic run or whatever, or the altcoins are going down. Bitcoin is gaining here more market share in the crypto market, because I do not want to say that we are entering a bull market right now. My personal guess is actually that the huge altcoin bull market will actually arise once Bitcoin reaches the old all-time high. So once Bitcoin reaches the 20,000 US dollar levels, this is my own personal bet. This is the moment when the altcoins will gain significant momentum. And what we can see right now is just here this break of the trend line. But I want to be cautious here with putting the vast majority of our portfolios into altcoins. Me personally, I put only like 5 to 10%. I have to actually measure it, maybe 7-8% into altcoins right now. Once Bitcoin reaches the new all-time high, well, this is when I will be going more heavy into altcoins, maybe 20-30%. But right now, I'm still holding the vast majority of my portfolio in Bitcoin. And now, guys, before I am sharing with you my own altcoin portfolio, I do not really want to call it altcoin portfolio because all altcoins I'm holding there, it's only trades. I am trading them against Bitcoin to make more Bitcoin from it. So I don't know, I don't really want to call it portfolio, because portfolio for me is somewhat more attached to an investment, and this is more trades. But before I am sharing that with you, I want to share a very important metric with you here on the on-chain metrics, and this is the active entities. And you know that Bitcoin is a network, that the value from Bitcoin comes from its network effects. The more users are using Bitcoin, the more useful Bitcoin gets. The more merchants are using Bitcoins, the more future merchants are being incentivized accepting Bitcoin as a medium of exchange on their platform. So of course, the more entities are using Bitcoin, the more valuable Bitcoin actually gets. Well, I think this is pretty much straightforward. It is the same with Facebook. The more users are on Facebook, well, the more likely it is for you that you are signing up on Facebook and you are finding more friends on the Facebook platform. Well, Bitcoin is not Facebook. Bitcoin is decentralized, but when it comes to network effects, we have a very similar structure here. And looking on Glassnode, big credits to Glassnode here, you can see that the active entities here in the last bull market were actually going parabolic with the price. And you can see that every single time, you can see it also here in January, February, March, the active entities were starting to gain momentum. This was the moment that the price, with a slight delay, also started to gain momentum, like right here towards the 14,000 US dollar rally. Well, after this Corona crash, we had a look at this, a slight decrease of the active addresses of the active entities. Entities are basically only only a clustering of addresses. And right afterwards, this one was actually recovering pretty fast. You see here the active entities going parabolic, and then of course the people were a little bit bored, as you can see it right here. The entities were going down, the active entities, so Bitcoin holding still, addresses not being used. But look at this recently, this one was going up, and right now look at this, we are reaching a new high here on the active addresses. Actually, this high we didn't see ever since we were reaching the all-time high in January 2018. After the all-time high of 20,000 US dollars, this was the last time we have seen these values here of the active entities. And guys, I want to consider that bullish, because the last time we were seeing that, we were hovering around the 13,000, 12,000 US dollar price levels. Now we are reaching these levels again on the active entities. More and more people are using Bitcoin, more and more Bitcoin are being moved around on the addresses. And well, guys, we are hovering around 9,000 US dollars. According to that metric alone, if you leave all of the other factors out of the equation, Bitcoin could be considered undervalued. And now, guys, let's go straight here into my altcoin portfolio. Well, guys, of course, I saw the Bitcoin price breaking down here below the resistance. This was the moment I was actually starting to cover altcoins on this channel, because I knew we can make gains here. And guys, well, we made some gains. We made gains on Chaining, we made gains on Cardano, on VeChain, on Algorand, on all these altcoins. Thanks for all your feedback always in the comment section. I showed you many of these comments of so far. So this was the reason why we were covering them. And of course, I want to show with you my specific portfolio, not perfectly here with the balances and stuff, but I want to share with you what altcoins I am holding here right now and waiting for higher prices. You know that I was holding Chainlink and that I was selling Chainlink here on a double. I was taking profits, and now I'm in a free position, and I'm just seeing this one going parabolic. And whenever something goes parabolic, I am taking chips from the table. Then I'm also holding Stellar Lumen, and I bought them at 1,000 Satoshis. Right now it is approximately 10% profitable, a little bit more. I'm still holding half of my Chaining position. I'm holding some US dollar Tether, of course, just to make sure that I'm there when a very nice altcoin buy occurs. And I'm holding Tron. I covered that a few days ago. I do not like Tron. I'm buying Tron to gain more Bitcoin. But yeah, I bought Tron at approximately 185 Satoshis. It is slightly profitable here. If you want to see why I'm holding Tron, watch this video, which is popping up on top of the screen right now. And of course, guys, my favorite position right now is Algorand. I have been covering Algorand exclusively for you right here, guys. You remember we had this W, and we told you, once we are breaking out, we are trading the breakout, and I was trading the breakout. You know, I put my money where my mouth is. So I showed you my backend on Binance. I was buying Algorand. I am still holding Algorand, but right now I am planning to scale out a little bit and hold the rest for higher gains here for Algorand. But of course, everyone who took the trade got here so far 60% profit. So guys, I am very happy about all your feedback. In the last video, I got like 20-30 comments thanking us for the Algorand call. So guys, I have to thank you, because you sharing your joy with us, this is actually what makes me stand up every single day, making these videos every single day for you. If you appreciate that, scroll down, smash up the like button. Thank you so much for that. And as a quick ending note, guys, look at this tweet. I just put it out there. This is actually a traditional banking joke, but I actually changed it into a Bitcoin joke. And what I was saying here is basically, give a man a gun and he will rob a bank. Give a man a bank and he will rob everyone. Well, but if you give a man a Bitcoin, he will rob all banks. And you know, guys, fiat currency is money by the banks, for the banks. It is printed by the banks. It's created through debt. So when you have fiat currency, well, guys, it is based on debt and you are losing your purchasing power. But Bitcoin is currency by the people, for the people. If you are holding Bitcoin, Bitcoin is deflationary. Bitcoin has a fixed total supply at 21 million. It cannot go above that. So if you are holding Bitcoin, you're basically robbing all the banks out there, because you are taking the power away from them by holding this alternative currency they have no control over. And with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will see each other very soon at the next one of MMCrypto. As always, click the subscription box right here and click the Bible tutorial, which is popping up right there. And as I said, we will see each other very soon at the next one of MMCrypto. As always, guys, as always, bye bye.